Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerds to what are we doing? This isn't the right setting. It's Monkey Apocalypse, but the backdrop isn't. Well, here's
It feels more foodie.
Foodie, yes. You may see Heather and Elena walk by. The spaghetti is finished, but we're here. I had to work really late today, and Dan said that it's Christmas time, and they open. The Punk Monkey is now open for the whole week.
7 days a week.
So this would be his sixth day to be there. So we don't want to keep him there any longer than we had to. So I just said, hey, why don't we just do kind of a smaller version? Trex can come over to the house, and we'll let Jeff and Dan.
This isn't going to be smaller. We have no time limit now.
No, exactly. So this is Monkey Apocalypse, but just from CDB's house. Dan's been...
Which is located at...
Monkey Apocalypse is located at 40... Not Monkey Apocalypse. What's the name of the store? Punk Monkey Comics is located at 4711 Forest Drive, across from...
It's next door to Carbon Newman in the Byler Shopping Center.
There you go.
And you can, of course, find us over at facebook.com/Nerds of the Apocalypse or over at truckslight.com.
There's not really big events for December, busy month, everybody getting Christmas stuff. There are sales at Punk Monkey galore all through the month of December. I believe this, depending on when you're watching this, the sale currently, as they're recording, is buy one of their statues that they have in the back case, get one for 50% off, which is a great deal. That might not be the current deal, but the punk Facebook.com/PunkMonkeyComics and music, movies, and more, something like that. The link's everywhere.
It's so long.
It is. It's I don't know. He had to get that music and movies and stuff in too. That it's not just comics.
Branding.
That's right. Anyway, so you can go to their Facebook page and check the current deal. You can also call the store too. And I'm sure Dan and Jeff are more than happy to tell you. We just got comics. There's no events.
Comics.
So let's do some books. Let's talk about some books. All right. So Notables is actually an item. Our first notable today is an item. There's actually a statue that came out a few months ago, and it was like a Superman Wonder Woman kiss statue, and it was really expensive, so I couldn't get it.
Kissing statues, not a Wonder Woman, Superman dressed as Kiss statue, which I kind of want now.
Stop it. And
Paul and Chris kissing.
But even if I wanted it, they're hard to get because they were packaged poorly, and so anywhere they got them, they would always come damaged.
That's true.
So, but
our guys at Punk Monkey are very safe, but we can't trust UPS. They are very safe.
They take care of it. But this statue is being re-released, and I think it's a smaller version because I think the first one that came out was like $300 because it was really big. Wow. I think this one's a little bit smaller, a little cheaper, and it's added mistletoe, so it's like a holiday kiss scene.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah,
it looks nice.
Yeah, and so if you're interested in this, you can. It's like right here. You want Trex Nut? No, we won't kiss. Maybe. You put comments down low if you want us to kiss under some little stone. No, I'm just kidding. So it's a really cool statue, and if you want it, just talk to the guys, Jeff or Dan, and if they don't have it, they'll be able to order it and hopefully get it to you.
They'll have one coming in this week for the store. So they do have one coming in. So if you want to try and get your hands on it beforehand, just give them a call. And
they can order it for you, but I don't know if it's guaranteed before Christmas. So try to grab that one. And if you're the first person to call, I'm sure they'll hold it for you.
Yep.
So check that out. All right, so another notable is it's not a book. It's a trade, a bunch of books put together. Okay, so
your gift of words is astounding.
So I guess it is a book. But it's a hardback book, not 20. Anyway, remember that book Superman Unchained that came out? Well, this is all of them put together. There's 9 issues. Scott Snyder wrote it. Jim Lee drew it. I don't think there's a better dream team than that for anything. This is probably the best way to get this because if you were reading it monthly, you kind of got
shafted.
Yeah, because it was like 3 months later, here's the next one. 3 months later. Well, now, if you were like, well, it's coming out, so I don't want to get it, but now it's one book, the entire story, Superman Unchained in hardcover. So that is a great Christmas present for any Superman fan in your life.
Yeah. 9 issues.
No, I already bought them all, babe. Sorry.
It's not a Christmas present for him.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Yeah. Wii U, though. Oh.
Oh, we getting a Wii U?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Are you?
I've been
Gosh,
asked.
your mom is the best.
Oh, she's all right.
We're going to Mike's house. He got a Wii U for Christmas. Okay. So what's next? On to the next notable?
Next notable.
All right. All right. So last notable, right? That's it. We get
Last
three
notable is Batgirl number 37 because you were taking far too long with your speeches and writings.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm in a talking mood.
Because you're sitting down.
Did I tell you I was thinking about like just doing like a bi-weekly vlog for the channel, just like me talking and rambling on?
Not at the time.
Oh.
Batgirl number 37 is our last notable. We have Barbara Gordon now.
Who? Barbara who?
Gordon.
Gordon?
Gordon.
Who's Barbara Gordon? Sorry, Barbara Gordon.
Fine, you talk.
But no, go ahead. Barbara Gordon.
All right.
I'm listening.
So we have Barbara Gordon here in over in the Burnside. It's a borough outside of Gotham City, which now proves that Gotham City is New York City, in my opinion, because it has boroughs. No one else has boroughs. So we see her all over the place. We have photo ops. She's apparently wearing sequin, which outside of Vegas, sequin's kind of tacky.
Not acting very Batgirly.
No,
But-
she's not.
But is it Barbara Gordon? Is there something wrong with Barbara Gordon? Or is it someone in a different Batgirl costume altogether? Or someone under the cowl that's not Barbara Gordon? That's the question. So,
Very interesting.
did the change? Hey, sweetheart, did the change in Batgirl comics also change her personality, or do we have a doppelganger hanging around?
Let's find out. Pick up the comic to find out. But find out. Tell us.
All right, so our number 5 pick of the week is for you Harley Quinn fans out there. I don't think this is part of the regular run. It's just a holiday special. It's one of those books of short stories, but they all are holiday themed, Christmas themed.
That's right. Store department Santa's going head to head.
You ever thought to yourself, what happens to Harley Quinn on the holidays when the Joker's not around? And then this would be it.
Honestly, that question's never come to mind.
I always wonder what villains do in their downtime. Now, I know you don't like me rambling, but seriously, think about this. Like, what do villains do when they're just hanging out? Like, they can't be plotting their next revenge, like, every time. There's got to be a point where they're sitting there. What Xbox games do they pick to play? You know, do they go on social media? Do they watch movies with their boy? Like, you know what I mean? That's what they need to write. Give me a villain story, what villains do in their downtime.
I now picture Solomon Grundy watching My Little Pony.
Yeah, I just think about it. Like we go to work, and like what we do at work is what the villains do when they're fighting the heroes. But we come home, and we hang out at the house in the evening. What do they do in the evening? Well, you find out what Harley Quinn does in their downtime for Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
There you go.
So coming in at number 4 is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Annual number 1. Because we all love annuals. Because they're so expensive.
They are expensive, but they're also a lot generally bigger than your regular one.
They are. So in this annual, we have Guardian Space. You know, space right now is kind of quiet. It's kind of nice and cordial. That is until apparently S.H.I.E.L.D. comes to space.
And a helicarrier that just shows up.
Who knew it had space travel? Who knew? Did you know?
I did not know. I mean, I guess if it's air, I don't know. It's the same thing when like something goes underwater that's supposed to fly in space and it like works. And it's like, I get that it's flies in space, but does it work underwater too?
Huh?
Like, you know, it happened. I don't know. Anyway, the good thing about Guardians of the Galaxy is it's an amazing book. So this is just like another book on top of the one book you get for the month for Guardians. So it's a nice little Christmas present. Thanks, Marvel.
Yay.
All right, so number 3 book of the week is Thor issue 3. Is it just Thor, or is it like the amazing? It's Thor, right? Just Thor 3?
Just Thor.
I've actually been reading this one. The series, Thor 1 and 2. I've read them both. There's like an underwater battle going on. It's crazy. The Frost Giants are after something, and Malekith, the villain from Thor: The Dark World. Malekith.
Oh, they put a kiss in it?
I think it's Malekith. I'm pretty sure it's Malekith.
Whatever.
Anyway, that guy from Thor: The Dark World is like leading the Frost Giants, so essentially...
Oh, the Ninth Doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So it's like the villains from the first movie being controlled by the villain from the second movie. I don't know. Irregardless, we still don't know who the female Thor is.
I think it's Xena.
Pretty good. Anyway, there's some pretty good assumptions that's not that, as to who it could be. But in the description of this month, it says what happens when Lady Thor, or just, I guess, no, we're not calling her Lady Thor, we're just calling her Thor. What happens when Thor...
What happens when the mysterious woman lets go of the hammer?
Essentially, she should turn back to who she
Xena.
was before. No, so hopefully we get to find out who this female Thor is. You know, spoiler alert, I'm banking on Thor's mom. I don't know. It's not... if it happens, I'm sorry. It's just speculation on my end. I think it's Thor's mom.
Wonder Woman.
It's not Wonder Woman.
Sure it is.
Did you know that there was a Wonder Woman Hulk crossover from the TV shows back in the day?
Look, we're not going to talk about that.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, also we get an appearance from apparently the guy who used to carry the hammer. I don't know. Who was he again? Like Megadeth?
I don't know.
Dave Mustaine. That's what he was. He was Dave Mustaine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's carrying axe, and spoiler alert, Malekith did something to him that was bad.
He cut his hair?
Cut something. I'm not going to say what, but he's very Rickish now from Walking Dead, you know? So,
Ha! I get it.
so we'll go.
Oh, that's a shame.
We'll go with that. All right. Next book.
Let me check that.
Check what?
I found something on the web about his Karen asks spoiler Melichu did something to him that check it out.
Can you see that?
Thank you, Siri.
All right, coming in number 2. Spoiler alert: Wolverine is dead.
Eh.
Sorry. Yeah, exactly what he said. But he ran a school, and someone has to run the school.
Well, he helped run the school.
Yes, but someone had to take over. And who's that? Oh, it's just our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Wolverine the
Peter Parker.
Yes, not...
It's Peter.
What did I say?
No, I'm just making sure I stress it out. It's Peter, and not... Oh, my God, I want Doc Ock to run that school.
Stop it. So this book is now going to be, for the foreseeable future, Spider-Man and the X-Men. It was Wolverine and the X-Men. Now he's dead. So now it's Spider-Man and the X-Men.
Yep. Spider-Man is coming in as a guidance counselor. So why is Peter a guidance counselor at the Jean Grey Institute of Technology?
Well, he used to be a nerd. And then he didn't become a mutant, but...
He's technically classified as a non-mutant.
Yeah, because in House M, he pretended to be a mutant, so he was cool. But you get bit by a spider, and then you get mutated in Spider-Man. It's essentially what happens to a mutant. He got bit at adolescence, became Spider-Man. It's essentially what happens to a mutant. So he can give some kind of guidance.
Yeah.
I guess. Right?
And best part about this, I actually have to look at this. We get the appearance of... I lost my place. There it is. Sauron and Stegron the Dinosaur Man.
Oh
yeah. That is a villain team 65 million years in the making.
Boom.
I don't know who called for this. I didn't call for this. But I wanted Sauron. Sauron's good.
Can we help you? We're trying to do the show.
Everybody get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur.
Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Boom, boom,
Boom.
boom, boom.
This is why they're married.
It always makes me think of the Mario Brothers movie. They went to that dance club when they were playing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think of the music video.
Oh yeah. It's weird. It's like a black guy dancing, and then like hot women, but with like Tyrannosaurus Rex masks on.
Everybody has a thing.
That is the thing.
That's
Yep.
a weird thing.
Next book.
Number 1.
So coming in at number 1 is gonna be a favorite of mine because it actually comes from one of my favorite publishers. It's The Valiant, coming from Valiant Comics. So this is actually 10 millennia in the making.
That's a long time.
That is a long time. I don't know the specific number, but this story a little bit follows the Eternal Warrior. Now, this is a jumping on point, a brand new little short crossover that they're doing. So, if you don't know anything really about these characters, they will give a little backstory in these books. So it's actually going to cross over a bunch of other characters. But this story is about the Eternal Warrior. The Eternal Warrior has actually been running around this world for 10,000 years. He's learned so much, but he has one job, and that's to protect a man called the Geomancer. Or technically, it's actually a title. The Geomancer is actually someone who speaks to the Earth and instructs the Eternal Warrior on where to go to try and stop big catastrophes. Now, sadly enough, the Eternal Warrior has actually failed at his job 3 times. At any time a Geomancer has been killed, it's like a dark day on the world. Like this impeding doom comes in, just it wrecks the whole place. So he's failed 3 times. Well, now it's coming up to be that time. It's like, oh look, a new Geomancer has risen, and Eternal Warrior has to protect him, or else this impending doom is going to come back.
Isn't it Rose?
I
don't know. Is it Risen or Rose?
I'm going to go with Risen.
Okay.
Has risen, because Rose is past tense.
Has Rose, has risen, is rising.
Is rising.
Dark Knight. Right?
Stop it. So now the Eternal Warrior has to protect the new Geomancer, and this time he's not going to fail because he's not alone. He has the Valiant. Huzzah!
Which is the Unity Squad?
No, it's not Unity. This is actually an entirely different group. So the Valiant's actually going to has Bloodshot, the Eternal Warrior himself, and other slew of heroes that's going to help him protect the Geomancer so this impending doom does not come about. I mean, this impending doom is like civilization wrecking, force of nature.
As you know, I've just started reading Valiant.
Yes, you have.
And you don't like when my head's up?
Your nose is showing.
Oh, sorry. That's my...
Oh, okay.
Like, I was listening...
I will allow it then.
I was listening to what you're saying.
Okay.
So, I just read... What I read? Armor Wars. Really good.
Armor Hunters.
Armor Hunters, sorry. 2 thumbs up. Armor Wars is Iron Man, right? Armor Hunters. 2 thumbs up to Valiant. That was really good. And I haven't... I'm going to start reading from the beginning Exo Man of War because he's the most interesting to me.
Yes.
And we stopped by the Valiant booth and NC Comic Con, and those guys are great. Yes. So, okay. So, are any of the guys from Armor Hunters besides Bloodshot in this story?
We don't know. We're going to have Bloodshot. We're also going to have one of Toyo Harada's companions that she helps out with. It's going to be a whole slew of heroes, a whole slew of villains coming into this book.
Does this book tie into all the other Valiant books, or is it just going to be the Valiant?
It's a standalone title, a little bit. I mean, think of it like a backstory. Or not really a backstory, but think of it like a side thing that everybody's doing.
Well, that's what I'm at, because, Armor Hunters went into every book.
Yeah.
And this isn't going to do that. This is going to be like its own, event storybook.
Yeah, it's its own event, yeah.
Okay, so that's cool. So
it's still a self-contained universe. I mean, it's still...
Yeah, I'm just...
really small.
We're seeing how it goes. It's... Alright.
But...
I'm asking questions that people might want to know.
That's okay. I expected the number 1 to be a little long because, dear Lord, that's a whole paragraph that I had to write.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's called... The enemy is the immortal enemy. And like I said, civilization catastrophe. So we have to protect this Geomancer. So, pick up number 1. It's a new crossover event coming about. So, not really sure how long it's going to be, but it's going to start off with a kick.
That was a punch.
I saw the movement.
I messed it up because you said kick. Alright, so that's Monkey Apocalypse from Stevie B's house. The crib.
Which is located at...
Heather would get mad at me. It's located. We always call it the Watchtower because that's where the Justice League meets, and that's where everybody always meets. So we'll go. It's located in the Watchtower, but Punky Monkey Comics is located 47 Forest Drive, next door to Cardinal High School, in the Bilo Shopping Center. There you go. Okay. And again, we're at facebook.com/NerdsTheApocalypse and at NerdsTheApoc on Twitter. So we tweet. Really, we just have it set up to where whenever you put a Facebook post, it goes to Twitter, so you can go either place.
Pretty much.
You know what? For my stuff, I actually went and looked and found an app that does Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram all in one. So when you post one thing,
like Hootsuite.
it's perfect. Now I don't have to manage it. Just one thing, boom. Then it goes to everywhere.
I'm a tweeter.
But see, the difference is, man. You probably can tell my up in using Twitter lately. I've been using Twitter a lot more,
Yes.
and
Annoyingly.
you just put different things in Twitter than you do Facebook, right?
Yes, you do.
Like
You only have 140 characters.
I think to myself, this is what I want to put out. Where do I put it? Twitter or Facebook? I've noticed that. And it's generally like
I think we should end the show.
Oh, if it's about family or friends or something, it's generally on Facebook. If it's about like just general nerdy stuff or TV shows or something,
Yeah.
I put it on Twitter. But see, my Facebook is also linked to my Twitter. So if I put a tweet out, it goes to Facebook. If I put a Facebook status, it does not go to Twitter. So there's that. And that's some knowledge about my life and social media. I'm sure these people care. And that just made the video like 2 minutes long.
Yes, it did.
Monkey
Jimmy.
Apocalypse out.